Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum to all. Welcome back to Virtual Learning System of Pakistan International School Thai. Dear students, how are you all? I hope you are all well and safe, and you have all enjoyed the winter holidays. And now you all are anxiously waiting to start studying because you all are very good and brilliant students. So without wasting time, let's start today's lesson. Today's lesson is very interesting. It's all about practicals. Unit number 9, separating the mixtures. So you all open your books and come on page number 54. Separating mixtures. Students, in the previous unit, you read that a mixture is a substance consisting of two or more than two substances. These are combined in such a way that each substance in the mixture remains the same even after mixing. So in this unit, we learn about methods of separation. Have you ever seen your mother sieving the flour before she makes bread or chapatis for you? Why does she do it? Because flour is a mixture of coarse and fine particles. It is sieved to separate the coarse particles from the mixture to get the fine flour. In the same way, we strain teas using a strainer to separate the tea leaves from the mixture of tea leaves and water. As you have seen in the above example, different methods are used to separate different mixtures. First of all, here you must be know that types of mixtures. We have two types of mixtures, heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture, you can easily see the particles, may have to use a microscope. And homogeneous mixture contains two or more substances that are blended evenly throughout, and you cannot see the particles. So how many types of mixtures we have? We have two types of mixtures, heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture. Ways to separate mixtures, we use four ways to separate mixture. First one, filtration. Second one, decantation or sedimentation. Third one, evaporation. And fourth is magnetic separation. Filtration, decantation or sedimentation, evaporation, and magnetic separation. So let's discuss one by one. First one is filtration. Filtration is a method used to separate insoluble solids from liquid. The filter paper is folded into the shape of cone. It is placed into a funnel. The mixture of insoluble solid and liquid is passed through the filter paper. That one, see, this is image of filter paper. The filter paper is folded in a cone shape. After it placed in a funnel, that one called funnel, and that one is beaker. The liquid part of the mixtures passes easily through the tiny holes of the filter paper. On the filter paper, the tiny holes are there, so liquid easily passes through the tiny holes of the filter paper, and the solid particles which are bigger than the holes of filter paper remains on it. This is called the residue, and the liquid passed through the filter paper is called filtrate. Again we repeat, the liquid part of the mixture passes easily through the tiny holes of the filter paper. The solid particles which are bigger than the holes of the filter paper remains on it. This is called residue. And the liquid which passes through the filter paper is called filtrate. Filter paper. The paper is folded in a cone shape. After it placed in a funnel, this one called funnel, that one called beaker. The residue remains on the filter paper, and after the liquid which passed through the filter paper is called filtrate. Keep it in mind. The solid particles remains on the filter paper called residue, and the liquid which passed through the filter paper is called filtrate, and that one is called filter paper. How can you separate mixtures? Filtration is used to separate a liquid and an insoluble solid like sand and water. Filtration is used to separate a liquid and an insoluble solid like sand and water solution. Filtration uses a material which allows the liquid to pass through but not the solid. That one called filter paper. That one, see, filtration is commonly the mechanical or physical operation which is used for the separation of solids from fluid, liquid or gases by interposing a medium through which only the fluid can pass. Example is using a coffee filter to separate the coffee flavor from the coffee beans. See here, see the example, we use a coffee filter to separate the coffee flavor from the coffee beans. This image show you the method of filtration. This is the filtration method, and we use the filtration method for the separation of solids from fluid, liquid or gases by interposing a medium through which only the fluid can pass. And we use the filter paper. That one, see, this is the sand and plus water solution. After we put in the on the filter paper, this one called filter paper, that this the solid particles are remains on the filter paper called residue, and the liquid particles are passed through the filter paper, this one called filtrate. I hope you understand. Here you see the example of filtration. We're using a coffee filter to separate the coffee flavor from the coffee beans. And this one you see, this is the solid particles of coffee called residue, and this liquid, filtrate liquid, is called filtrate. This liquid is called filtrate. Filtration example around the house, that one, see, these noodles like solid particles called residue. After this liquid passed through the filter paper is called filtrate. Again here you see beaker containing mixture. After we put this mixture on the filter paper, then the solid particles remains on it is called residue, and the liquid particles are easily passed through this filter paper, and that one called filtrate. And this one is called the conical flask. That one is funnel, this one is filter paper. After the solid particles remains on it is called residue, and the liquid is passed through the filter paper is called filtrate. Again here you see the beaker containing mixture. After we put this mixture on the filter paper, then the liquid particles are easily passed and the solid particles are remains on it. I hope you understand. Next process is sieving. Sieving is a way to separate substances in a mixture. Sieving separates big substances from small substances. Sieving can also be used to separate substances that do not dissolve in the liquid. Sieving only works for separating insoluble substances from the other substance. For example, separating big rocks from small rock. Sieving cannot separate dissolved substances from the solvent. I hope you understand. Sieving is a way to separate substances in a mixture, and sieving separates big substances from small substances. Sieving can also be used to separate substances that do not dissolve in the liquid. Sieving only works for separating insoluble substances from the other substance. Like example is separating big rock from small rocks, and sieving cannot separate dissolved substances from the solvent. Next is decantation or sedimentation. Sedimentation and decantation, this method is also used to separate insoluble solid particles from a liquid. First, the mixture is kept undisturbed so that the heavier solid particles settle down at the bottom of the container. This setting of particles is called sedimentation. First of all, you put the sand in the water and make a solution. After you, for this solution you kept undisturbed so that the heavier solid particles settled down at the bottom of the container. This settling of particle is called sedimentation. Then the liquid from this mixture is poured off into another container by tilting the container very gently. See, the liquid is poured into another container carefully. The pouring of liquid in this manner is called decantation. The pouring of liquid in this manner is called decantation. This method cannot be used for light particles like those of chalk because chalk particles are lighter and they do not settle at the bottom. Instead, they remain floating on the surface of the liquid. So here we just put the sand in the water, and after we give some time to settle down, then this liquid we pour into another container very carefully. And the pouring of liquid in this manner is called decantation. Keep it in mind. Here you see method of separation, sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation is the process in which insoluble heavy particles like rice also. We put the rice in a liquid, in a water, are allowed to settle down after we give them some time to settle down at the bottom of a container. This process is also called sedimentation and decantation. Again, we repeat method of separation, sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation is the process in which insoluble heavy particles in a liquid are allowed to settle down at the bottom of a container. It's called decantation and sedimentation process. Again, here you see, here we put the sand into the water after the 2 second, like this. After we give them 30 seconds, then after the 1 minute, you see all the particles are slowly settled down. Then 2 minutes and 30 seconds, near all the particles are settled down. And here after 4 minutes, all the particles are settled down. So these images are also show you the process of decantation or sedimentation. Here you see, like sand, we put in a liquid or in a water. After we give them some time, all the sand particles are settled down. So this process is called sedimentation and decantation. I hope you understand these two processes, filtration and decantation. Again, here we repeat the method of filtration. Filtration is used to separate a liquid and an insoluble solid. Filtration uses a material which allows the only liquid to pass through, but not the solid. In filtration process, the filtration process that only the material, only the liquid is allowed to pass through. not the solid. And the solid is remains on the filter paper is called residue, and the liquid passed through the filter paper, this liquid is called filtrate. I hope you understand. This is the image of filter paper. Here we see we put the solution, sand and plus water solution, or plus chalk and water solution on the filter paper. After the liquid is easily passed through the filter paper and the solid is remains on the filter paper. And here you see the process of sedimentation and decantation. All the heavier particles, after the few minutes, it will be settled down. So this process is called decantation and sedimentation. So sedimentation is a process which insoluble or heavier particles in a liquid are allowed to settle down at the bottom of a container. It is called decantation and sedimentation. Again, here you see separating a mixture of sand and water using sedimentation and decantation. Here you see we give them some time to settle down. The solid particles are settled down at the bottom of the container. After the liquid is poured into another container very carefully. The pouring of liquid in this manner is called decantation. Dear students, I hope you understand these two methods. Inshallah, in the next lecture, we will discuss about another two methods. So your homework is you learn the definition of filtration and decantation and try to do the practical at home in the presence of your mother. Okay, dear students, best of luck. Inshallah, in the next lecture, we will learn about another methods. Okay, dear students.